So at what point is it with you that you go, oh, it's got me again, I'm just numbing again? Like how do you know that?
That's the thing. I feel like if you don't stop enough to smell the roses, then you don't really know. So for me now, it's making sure I'm present with myself and checking in on myself. And before, it was I was just part of the mechanism, not really present with who I was. So the numbing was to numb the truth behind the system that I was following.
Welcome to season 1 of Beyond the Human. Remember who you are. I'm your host, Hazel Ray, singer-songwriter, experiencer, and messenger for those walking the edge of remembrance just like me. This is not a podcast to convince you of anything. Really, just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is a transmission, a call to the ones waking up, the ones remembering, the starseeds, the sensitives, the truth seekers, bridging science and spirit. If you're listening to this, you are ready. So let's remember together. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Human. I'm your host, Hazel Ray, and today I have a very special guest with me. This is Ben Deligt. Let's make him feel welcome. I always say the crowd goes wild. So I'm really excited about today's episode for a few reasons. Ben's been on a journey very similar to mine in different ways, but he's paving the way, I feel like, for men and women in society of what it means to follow like the heart-led path. So we're going to get into it pretty much straight away. I talk about in one of my episodes the 40-40-40 program. Are you familiar with it?
The 40 hours.
40 hours a week for 40 years of your life to retire, 40% of your annual age. So I want you to take us back because you've had a transformation journey and I want you to take us back to, you know, what life looked like when you were in the 40-40-40 for you.
I never felt grounded in it. I always felt like I was just part of the system, but I didn't know how to articulate it. Were you aware that there was a system in that word? Ever since I was a kid, I would say yes. Okay.
Were your family kind of aware of that sort of government, political?
Nah. They're into political stuff. But I think as a kid it was, why'd I have to go to school? Why'd I have to go to high school? Why'd I have to work after that? What's the point? So it was always like why am I actually here?
Yeah.
But not knowing the answers and searching for them without knowing what I'm searching for.
I find that comment that you just said there, like, why am I here?
Yeah. And
feeling a bit of a misfit, a very, very strong theme in people in the community that I speak to, myself included. I felt extremely like a misfit. Didn't know if I belonged on the planet, if I was from this world. I looked at the stars a lot. I didn't feel like I belonged. Whether or not that's because I come from, you know, domestic violence, trauma, all the rest of that, and then is that part of it? Or is it that, we came to Earth, we woke up a little bit earlier and we're like, this is backwards. Surely there's more to life than just going to university, getting a job and working. And so when you were working, take me through a day emotionally, physically, mentally, when you were working as a labourer, your own business, like what was it like?
It was okay for a while, but then I found that the numbing and the distractions became more and more without being consciously aware of why, to the point where I broke. Yeah. And then you get to that point and then it's like I flipped back to when I was a kid and then I was like, why am I here again? And all of those questions came back up. So then I searched again. So it's kind of like the system brings, this is what I believe. The system kept me in this loop of questioning, then accepting the system, and questioning, then accepting the system.
Well, the guy that invented the education system, did you see that? There's a post about, I can't think of the name of the guy now. It's evaded my brain. But it was about that he wanted to create a generation of workers, not a generation of thinkers. Yeah. And now when I heard that, and then I look at the school system, and me being a secondary school teacher myself, I have taught in the school system since 2010, and we still teach the same maths curriculum. Most of the science is the same, and I'm confused. Also, one of the biggest fallacies that I found in the system was in year 10, if you do maths methods in Australia is like the second highest maths you can do, right? You don't see financial maths at all. So you don't know about GST, you don't understand about compound interest, simple interest, nothing. You only get taught that if you do the general maths. So the smartest people in Australia essentially have to go and then learn about their taxes and all the rest of it, and not probably know that when they earn over a certain bracket they're going to be taxed 50%.
I have no idea.
It's hectic.
All they've studied,
So let's talk about the numbing, if you don't mind.
Yep.
So what did you find yourself using as numbing protocols?
Anything.
TV.
Like, literally, I've been addicted to everything.
Can you name...
In terms, that's pretty vague.
Caffeine.
Alcohol, caffeine, sugar, eating, technology, exercise, spiritual practices.
Yeah.
The list is pretty long.
And at what point, I don't know, this has just come to me because I've done the same thing. Yeah. My friends will all tell you that I have a really addictive personality. And it's funny that you say that it is a numbing tactic, and you're right, 100%. I don't have to sit in the discomfort when I go and do, even no matter how healthy the addiction is, anything that's done too much is not healthy for anyone. So at what point is it with you that you go, oh, it's got me again, I'm just numbing again? Like, how do you know that? That's
the thing. I feel like if you don't stop enough to smell the roses, then you don't really know. So for me now, it's making sure I'm present with myself and checking in on myself. And before, it was I was just part of the mechanism, not really present with who I was.
Yeah, I get
so that. The numbing was to numb the truth behind the system that I was following. But I didn't know I didn't understand that or know how to articulate that in hindsight back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the
day. In the blink days.
Yeah.
So was there a point, like there must have been, where and talk us through it if you can, where you're like, I just can't do it anymore?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What did it look like? What happened?
I remember I turned to my ex-partner and I was like, I am not okay. And that was when I sort of went down a path of really struggling with mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the mental health, if you don't mind me asking, because this is something I talked about on the podcast earlier. Are you talking about voices? Are you talking about addictions? Are you talking about, what are you talking about in mental health per se?
Yeah, in hindsight, it's mental health to me was, I was not okay. I got diagnosed with depression and then bipolar 2.
Interesting, yeah.
Yep. And I was still drowning in addiction. Whether it was super healthy to explain to a doctor, I thought I was pretty healthy. But in hindsight, I was not healthy at all.
So what did they do to help you through the depression, and what were their protocols?
Medication. Yeah. So now I come out with the perspective of, for me, none of that is actually, I can't get depressed again and I can't have bipolar again. It doesn't actually make sense once you come out the other end. Like, mental health to me, I feel like is a symptom of programming, conditioning, the system, but the system pushes it so hard into labels that we over-identify with it because we're so distracted with identity instead of self. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I just find it so amazing. So you're literally sitting here telling me that you're no longer depressed and you don't identify with having bipolar anymore.
Not at all.
Have you ever gone back to a doctor and been like, dudes, I cured myself?
Yeah.
And what do they say?
Yeah, they're like, oh, so how's the bipolar and stuff? I'm like, I haven't taken meds in 6 months. And they were just like, what? You can't do that. And I was like, yeah, okay. Like, I felt a bit like, for like 2 weeks, I think withdrawals was like a bit, what's this?
Well, I've heard the withdrawals of coming off any meds like that is hectic.
Yeah.
Because the imbalance in the brain is,
But for me, it was like, coming off the meds was an actual realization that I embodied into, I don't need any of this and there's nothing broken about me that I need to take this shit. Personally. Because I respect other people that are going through it and it does help.
Yeah, no,
But for me, it helped me stay in the void.
Do you reckon that we'll get to a point where we actually can say, no, medication is not needed? Because I see you tiptoe and I tiptoe too, because obviously I have a story of, I have heard voices and I've seen things, and if I was to have gone to a doctor and actually expressed all that, I probably would have been deemed psychotic and been put on meds, and I never did that. And I have to be really careful when I talk about it, because I'll still say, okay, obviously some people that need it, and maybe they need it in the moment because they're so far gone in the fact that their neurotransmitters in their brain are so unbalanced and they're identifying so far with the fact that they are psychotic. But sometimes when people get that kind of label, it's like, well, they're never going to be right again.
That's right.
So I would hope that maybe one day we come to a point where it's like, that's not the label that's given. If you're in the Eastern cultures, you have experiences like I did, and they're like, you're a shaman. Let's go put you in a tent for a couple of weeks, and then you can come out and then you can help people. And I'm like, so here I am born in Western society, and I feel like there's something really wrong with me. And I did for so long, because, dude, I saw dark entities ever since I was a little kid. And I'm not going to tell people that, because I'm going to be like put in a cycle.
Exactly.
You know, there's the fear. And then did the fear make it worse? Like, I mean, who knows? Like, I don't even know. And so for you, it's like, okay, I've been labeled with depression. I've got medication. And now I'm going to exist. And I'm going to be like this. There's going to be no highs. There's going to be no lows. It's just everything's going to be mediocre. And I don't know. I wonder, do we get to a point one day where, someone like yourself comes to the doctor and they say, okay, so what if one day someone goes to the doctor and they express everything like you have, and they say, all right, we're going to take you off television for a week. You need to start meditating, and I want you to take a cold shower every day. Come back in a week and let me know how you feel. What if we did that instead?
It would be great. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I'm optimistic.
And I think this is because a lot of people don't know what we know, in the sense that, I mean, if you go back and you look at the pharmaceutical companies, who's behind them, who's making the money? Let's make the disease, then let's make the cure, and let's make all the money.
Don't get me started on that.
I know. Look, it's a rabbit hole, but I think what I'm trying to explain with that, with whoever's listening and whatever, is that this is the whole part of awakening. It's not the whole woke thing that I'm talking about. It's awakening to the fact that, okay, we've been lied to, and how much is your identity wrapped up in some of the programming of what you're talking about, and how much are you living through fear? So getting back onto the fact that you literally sold your business last year, and yourself and your wife, are you and Jen married?
No, so I was divorced. I divorced 3 years ago.
Wow, okay, I didn't know that either.
Yeah. So, that was a big turning point.
Another big shift.
Yeah, big shift. Yeah.
And so then, did you have the business? You had the business before you were with your
So I started the business. I was doing labour work. I had my own business for 6 years, from 24 till 30, and then that was doing roof tiling and
was it doing well?
Construction. Yeah, it was doing fine. Yeah, I had heaps of workers, but I actually sort of 2 years before I sold out of that, that's when I really went downhill. So for the last 2 years, I was really out of it, and then sold out of that, got divorced. Maybe a year later. Yeah. So these times might not add up.
No one's keeping. No one's gonna look back and be like, "Excuse me, sorry."
And then I had my last business, which was gardening and maintenance, for 2 years. Yeah. But yeah, it really was starting to become evident to me that I love working outside, but my body and my spirit wanted to do something more impactful, because there were so many messages coming through me day to day that I felt like I love talking about this stuff, and I love thinking about this stuff, and I love feeling this stuff. Why don't I stop doing this labor 9 to 5 work and just try something else? Yeah.
I think that there are so many people in this world, me included, that have come to that feeling. Yeah. But you and I have taken the plunge. There are people out there that are yet to take the plunge. And I suppose what fears came up when you were deciding to actually, because that's massive, man. Like, you were going to go from earning money to having a baby and not having any real income. Am I right in saying that? Yeah. There are people out there that need to understand what did you go through mentally and
So, I don't honour myself. I want to touch on this. Can you remember that question? I want to honour myself, because it came to me yesterday or the day before that I didn't honour the old versions that got me to right now. Yeah. And I've been really feeling into that and honouring them and like respecting my journey to get here, to allow space for who I am right now and who I've become.
You wouldn't be who you are without them.
Exactly. Yeah. But I didn't. I kind of just dismissed it sometimes. Like, you know. But now in hindsight, I'm like, it was pretty scary. Yeah. It was pretty scary.
I yes. I appreciate that too.
It's all right.
I mean, like, I feel
Yeah.
There's a concept about seventh dimensional consciousness. So the whole idea about 3D, 4D, 5D. And the idea is that when you reach seventh dimensional consciousness, you understand that there is no dark or light. Yeah. Everything is just one energy. Yeah. And when I came to that point, because obviously I come from sexual abuse, domestic violence, etc., and sometimes people are like, how do you have compassion, and how are you okay with that being your journey? And I'm like, because if I didn't have those things in my past, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I wouldn't be sharing what I'm sharing and trying to empower people. And here's the thing, it's like, your journey and my journey doesn't define us. No. What defines us is how we choose to continue to move forward. And it goes for the same for anyone out there. There's also a theory in psychology which is called the sunk cost analysis, and it's when you've put so much time and energy, like years of study or years of work into something, you're like, I can't just go and not do that anymore because part of what we're going to talk about, the identity, is all wrapped up in that. And it's like,
that is me.
How do you walk away from that? And again, it's societal programming of going the 40-40-40. You must find a job and you just do that till you die or till you retire. Which I don't even know if our generation will get the old super anyway. But another story. But yeah, I suppose what I want to do by doing what we're saying, I suppose you honouring your past, me honouring my past. Maybe we get to a point where you've got children, I've got children. We don't want them to have that journey, or they'll have their journey, but they won't have to fight and undo all the programming that we're undoing now because we're trying to teach them differently. And I suppose that's what we're trying to do here, is have the conversation so that we empower the other parents or, you know, younger generations that are coming up to be like, you don't have to do it the old way. No. Let's do it a new way. Because that's part of the new earth. That's part of the whole new thing. So
Yep.
Can we go back to the fears now?
Yeah.
So what are the fears that came up when you decided in the most recent blow up, the most recent, okay, I'm going to leave, like, sold the business. Yep. I'm going to spend time with my child and my partner, and we're just going to cruise.
Yep.
So talk to me through
that. So I sold it June, and then the fears, it is the unknown. And I was so committed just to selling. I invested in crypto as well, but that's uncertain. Yeah. Like it.
Very volatile.
Absolutely. Yeah. But that was the hopeful income. But
are you still doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a little bit of crypto too.
Yeah.
Dabbling a bit of everything, really.
Dabbies. The fear though was a little bit of the unknown, but I sort of was very committed to, I'm going to lean into this and surrender, and it's all going to work out. So there wasn't fear for a while. After like 3 months, I started questioning my sanity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like,
that's real.
I was like, I even asked friends, I'm like, is it like, when does it become reckless for me to not get a job again? And it's kind of like, I don't know, if, like, I wasn't trying to find work. I was just...
Can I ask a question with that? Yeah. So you're saying you're asking friends. Are you asking friends in the program? As in the old system? Or are you asking friends that are more...
Friends that are quiet. One's a Reiki channeler, and one's a legend.
Yeah. Love that. I like to think I'm a legend too, just saying.
I had to call her by a label. It's her identity.
It's your identity, yeah.
Get an idea. Yeah. So I sort of was like, is it... Yeah, she gave me good guidance on it. It's like, when does it become reckless? And she's like, it sounds like you're detached from the system. I detached from... kind of attached from everything completely, and just wanted to live in my bubble with my family. Yeah. And I was like, it's all going to work out after that. And as time went on, like towards the end of last year just gone, I started to be like, okay, I need something to start happening. So like that, I think the last October, November, December, I started to get more external pressure. Yeah.
When you say external pressure,
just
do you
pressure
mean
from finances. Yeah. The weight of the world, sort of like, I need to provide. To an extent, you do, like, you need income.
Yes, because whilst we're in the world and not of it, we still need money to be.
Yes. Yeah.
We're still got to be in the system in some capacity. Yeah.
But I'm so thankful that over the time I've had completely off, I've been able to build my internal to be able to, like, even just to come here, to support myself in the new venture. So I've started applying for support work and just
like NDI stuff.
Yeah. But just like stuff that before would have terrified me, and now I'm just like, no, I can do it. Like, even if it doesn't work out, I can still. It's a good question about identity with labour as well. Yeah. I can still go back to labour, and I helped my mate mow lawns last week. But it's like I'm not working. Yep. It's like I'm literally just existing in the present moment, whippersniffing yards. And it's not like I've got to do this day in, day out, and it's who I am. I'm this. It's kind of like any work that I get now is to provide income. Yes. But I don't want to view it as work in a system.
So I've been trying to sort of share little bits myself of going, there's other ways to do this. Yeah. It doesn't have to be. Some people love their 9-to-5 work. Yeah. They actually do. And I'm like, cool, great. Yeah. There's some of us that aren't meant, that we don't want to do the world like that. Yeah, no. And that's okay too. Yeah, absolutely. So we were talking about identity. Yeah. So I've got a question here. How much of your identity was tied to being a provider and a worker? What I'm trying to say that is that when you went away from the labour work, did you have an identity crisis?
Not at all.
Yay.
But I actually felt so good to strip myself of the business and everything. And I was actually, while I was waiting to sell it, I'm like, I can't wait to just, it's like taking off a heavy backpack.
Yeah.
It's just like, piss off.
Yeah.
So no.
But what about the provider part that crept in later, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was more the identity of learning so much and actually it created space for me to embody realizations that I had years ago, if that makes sense. Just creating that no stress for a bit and just be able to exist and learn to have my back in my decisions and trust myself a bit more and the words that come through me. If that sort of makes sense.
You need to go on and check out Ben Deligt on Instagram because where else do you post all your videos? TikTok.
On TikTok and Facebook as well.
And Facebook.
Yeah,
you can give the handles now if you like because some people don't stay
I think it's just Ben_Deligt with no H in it.
And I will put the tags down the bottom. But I've watched all of Ben's videos and what I've noticed going back and then coming forward is the confidence, the flow, the ease in which you talk about masculinity and the feminine and all the rest of it. Just check it out if you're loving sort of what we're talking about today. There's so much more on there. Just where I want to go with, just before I wrap that up, I want to talk a little bit about the masculinity stuff. Yeah. Okay, how do we empower people to take steps forward that might be afraid or want to do what we've done? Like, what could you say to them?
I feel like because for me it was two levels of the system and distractions pushed me further into my ego awareness, and the ego's view of providing and doing right for me was to have a stable job even if I didn't like it.
Can you just, I don't know if you have a clear definition of what the ego is to you for yourself, but for the listeners, because ego can take on so many different forms, like the ego, but like, okay, in your sense, what are you referring to as the ego?
It would be my identity, what I build, what labels I build off that, what identity I build off the labels and the things that I do or say, in a way. But it's not, a lot. I feel like you hear the term, people think you're arrogant, your ego's arrogance, and which it can be. But it's kind of the identity that comes off your experience and how much you want to hold on to that ego identity. And that's, I feel like, that's what the system wants you to be attached to. Yes. So that you go, I hate my job, but
I am a labourer.
But I am a labourer who gets paid well. So I should be grateful. Yeah. And that's what the system wanted me to think. I'm not comparing. There's a little bit maybe going on, but then there's also when you separate from that, there's another voice which I believe is intuition and higher self and inner wisdom that we have when the system quietens down, that it points you to your passion more. And you should try this again. Remember you used to like this, you used to like doing this, or you're really good at this. Why don't you try that? But the noise of the world sort of pushes that out, and that can be distractions or anything. And that's my experience, is it's not just the system and the news and the workforce and everything like that. It's every little distraction that we have right in this moment.
For me too, I speak about like the identity around like my name is Hazel Ray, I play music, I have a job, I have a leg and I have an arm, and I'm like, these are all things that I have, but they're not who I am. And I think some people, almost you could journal all the things that you think that you are, and then rip it out, and then go, okay, that's all gone. What's left? And all that's left is the awareness, which is the stream of consciousness. Yeah. So And again, and when you can do that, you can come back and it's like, okay, so then we want to encourage people to step away. And then it's like, I like the question of, if money wasn't a factor, what would you be doing? And that they're like the little like seeds of gold that are like, okay, well, if that's what I would be doing if money wasn't a factor, how can I then lean into that? And I encourage people to start off with it as a hobby. And then, you know, and if you're loving it that much, maybe you can monetize it in some way. But at the end of the day, there's a saying, and if you do the thing that lights you up the most in this world and you lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying. And that's what we want people to be doing. That's what you're doing. When I watch you on screen and even talking to you now, you are so passionate about helping people, and me personally, men in particular, and I do really feel like there are so many men out there with addictions that are going home, you know, driving past the bottle on the way home and quickly having their couple of drinks so that they can just cope with being at home. And I don't judge them for that. That's their numbing. It's no different to the wife being there doing her ironing, watching Days of Our Lives back in the day. That's what my mum did all the time. She loved it. And I'm like, they're all numbing mechanisms, they're all addictions, and they all take us away from the present moment so that we can just avoid how we feel. And so, again, if you're wanting to change, if you're wanting to step into something, see us, like, it's possible. Reach out, contact us. I mean, it's not easy. That's the other thing. I'm like 6 years down the rabbit hole now, and I have abundance coming in, and I've started the podcast and I've done all the music stuff and whatever, but it's come with fear, questioning myself, imposter syndrome, all of it. And that's everything that you're going to experience, they're going to experience, everyone's going to experience, but that's part of breaking down the old belief systems. You know? So I wanted to talk about the masculinity part. So let's talk about what you grew up with as your definition of what does it mean to be masculine. What were your understanding of that as a child?
Yeah, cool. So I don't think I have an understanding in hindsight, but as a child and growing up, I never really thought about it. It was kind of just because you are in it, you kind of just like, but now I can sort of articulate it. It's like, to me, masculine was just working really hard.
Isn't that crazy?
And being respectful. Like, but yeah, it's really changed because I just, you know, that was my dad. That was my role model of masculinity. But then as we turn into adults and get older, for me, I really wanted to dissect that and find, what does it really mean to me? Not what has it been taught, what has it been programmed into me? Can
you lean into what it does mean to you?
To me now, it means embodied safety. So to feel completely safe in my body, not just in my body, because having emotional intelligence, being able to feel my feelings without shame, being able to work hard and provide financially and emotionally and every other facet of that word, makes me feel safe. So if I feel safe, my partner will feel safe. I always look at it like, I have masculine and feminine, so do you.
Yes.
But I always look at it, and this is my perspective, of you have masculine, feminine, and you have peace and then safety. But that's happening at the same time, and she's passing the safety back. So peace and safety are happening at the same time. It's not like I'm safe and then my partner feels at peace. It's something that is one. And I know we're separate subjectively, but it's something that happens together. Does that resonate? It does. That's what it means to me.
So with that, then, how can men honour strength and vulnerability without shame? Because I feel like we're getting to that point where, you know, little boys don't cry or big boys don't cry. Like, I remember hearing that as a kid myself, you know. So how do we shift that?
That's a good question.
That's a massive question. How have you shifted it? Do you feel that you can honour your strength and vulnerability?
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you think you've always been able to do that?
Yes, but not safely.
I think you did a post about that crying.
Yeah, today, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, not safely, I would say. Because I felt unsafe for a long time. So, that doesn't mean I'm not masculine, but it means I'm coming in and out.
There's men out there that are scared to be vulnerable. How do we break that down so that they can feel safe to do that? So I don't know what it means I don't know what it feels to be like a man. Absolutely. And have this pressure to be masculine and not cry and not show my feelings and my emotions. So how do then someone sit here, I don't know, I'm hoping that something that you say can help them, but it's like, be allowed to do that. Does it take a feminine to be soft and hold space for that? What does it take?
Yeah. It takes accountability. It takes letting down the walls of the ego, the identity the man attaches to their everyday life. And I see it a lot and in friends as well, that they really, really are trying their hardest to understand what it means to hold space and safety.
Yeah.
But they don't have the capacity because they're too attached to their identity and the wall that they've built. I always look at the ego as well as like a wall that we build around our hearts. And the more we dismantle it, not dissolve it, you don't need to kill it, but the more we dismantle the wall, because we need ego. Like ego is part of who we are and us and our awareness as well. If we take that out, it's kind of like we'll be in space a bit.
I was about to say, you can't just be able to sitting on a hill.
It kind of keeps us grounded as well.
I see them as like badges we've collected. Like I see us wearing a spacesuit.
Yeah.
And we collect badges throughout our lives from society, from friends, and we put them all on. And what I encourage people to do is like, that's your ego.
Yeah.
And then you can pull off a badge and be like, do I still identify with that?
Absolutely.
You have to take it off or you can put it back on. You know, that kind of relationship.
But to be accountable for our ego and to be like, what is actually serving me? What's just armor for me to wear because I'm used to wearing it? Yeah. Or badges, you know.
You said serve. What do you think are some of the traditional masculine traits that we have known that do you think are no longer serving us?
Most.
Give us some.
No, I think it's the understanding.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's just like, I feel it was always about safety, but the way that the world has shifted has made it not about safety.
Yeah, they've made it more about, what do you think, bravado, like strength?
About extracting money from people and fear. And it kind of actually turned it into the feminist movement, which separated masculine from feminine when that doesn't exist. It shouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if even feminine separated, I feel like that was part of the system going against itself again. Like, how can we bring more fear to everyone and separation so that men and women don't get along? Even though we need each other, we all need each other. Yeah.
Wow, this just came to me and I just realised something. It's a two-pronged approach here. I just realised that females need to understand this just as much as males. Because how is a male supposed to take away this armor of feeling like they have to have lots of money to be safety? Like, I genuinely sit here and when I'm looking for a suitor, like a partner, I actually don't want them working every day of the week. I don't want them working 9 to 5.
No.
I want to be around them. I want to have them present. And I don't actually genuinely care about how much money's in their bank account. Yeah. That was the first thing that broke down for me. And the partner I had after my husband didn't really have a lot of money at all. Yeah. And it was because I loved them being able to hold space and be able to see me for who I am and be vulnerable with me. But if we've still got females out there that are looking for the suitors, that have the money, that work the hours, that have all the gym bod, and what hope do they have, you know? So again, it is a two-pronged approach, and we have to bring it to both the men and the women, and parents need to be fostering like what you really want in a partner is someone who understands and can sit and look you in the eyes and be are you okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you're not, how can we fix this? That's what I want. I want someone to navigate the world with me, not bring home money and then
100%.
You know, ask me what's for dinner. What does a healthier integrated masculine look like today in your eyes?
Embodied safety.
Yeah, I like that. Is that something that you've sort of come up with yourself?
That's something that I'm feeling into. Yeah. And I say safety because safety is everything, like acceptance, love, everything that you can think of that you want in a man and a woman or a woman in a relationship. And I feel like when you feel safe, when I feel safe in my body, I'm the best man that I can be within myself, even if there's no one around me. And another point is, if I can, a massive revelation for me was realizing that when I can sit with myself with no distractions and be vulnerable and feel safe in my body, I'm creating safety, and it's being embodied, it's being integrated. Not just something I'm thinking about in my brain, my ego, identifying with. It's something that I'm feeling and experiencing with awareness as well. So if I can feel and experience that and embody it, I'm creating space within myself, and that's creating capacity for my partner to then experience it together. So I feel like a relationship now in the modern day masculine, to me, a healthy one is holding space for each other, where you can grow together like this. But it's no one's leading anyone. It's not I let her feel peace, I let her grow. It's I meet her at a place where she feels peace and comfortable and safe enough to grow within herself. So we come back to that circle, and safety still does come with, you do need income. Because for me,
the financial safety.
Exactly.
Like you do.
You need to have, there's a lot, like we could talk about this, like internal and external structure. Like you need to have a foundation for internal, you need to have a foundation for external. So if I stop having income, my external starts to feel pressured. And that affects my nervous system. So you need to have some kind of income to be able to live in this system that we live in, this world. But you also need to have emotional intelligence. You need to be able to back yourself internally. So when the external comes down, your internal can go, it's cool. It's okay. We can hold this. We can regulate. But I see it a lot. I don't want to point out to the population, but I see it a lot that men don't hold the internal structure. They don't have the foundation. So when they lose their job or something goes wrong around the house or something like that, they react because their internal structure doesn't have a foundation. But it's hard within this system to build the internal when we're all distracted to the external.
I get what you're saying. So how have you built your internal?
That's kind of
what I'm saying is because there's people out there, and I get what you're saying, but So it's like, do you go to therapy? Like,
what, yeah, 100%.
What are the things that they could actually go and actively do to help to build that? Because it's one thing to say it, but how do we actually do it?
That's a good question, because for everyone it's so different, and it's all around perspectives. But I would go back to just spending time with yourself. See what comes up.
I liked that you put on one of your posts about, I don't even know when it was because I listened to them all just today as well.
Yeah.
But the 15 minutes on your own. Majority of people, when I even talk about meditation, your body wants to habituate, and it's also really uncomfortable, and it will like stop you from doing it. But you said if you can start with sitting with yourself for 15 minutes, then the next time your partner comes up with an issue, sit there and practice meditation. Legit, like what you were saying. And you can even ask yourself, because you'll feel like these, and you were saying it, these like feelings of like, I need to interject now because I feel uncomfortable. Allow the silence to be there. Allow the person to like unscramble their own brain, because that's what a counsellor does. It's called active listening. Men will get so much more out of their partners, and women will get more out of their partners if you can learn the art of active listening.
100%.
And just holding that space. And not feeling like you have to offer a suggestion of what to do. Just listening. And go, I see you.
Don't need to fix anything.
That's all you want to feel. That's all I want to feel. That's what all anyone wants to feel. Just feel seen. And be like, yeah, that's shit.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
I feel like the power of sitting in silence and actually intentionally feeling into yourself as well. Not just sitting there being like...
When's the 15 minutes up?
Kind of really being like, I'm going to spend time with myself and I want to learn about myself. What do I need to know?
I like that.
I've done a lot of that over my life. Because I don't know, I got into spirituality when I was 23. It was very identity based.
It's transformed over the time too.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of spiritual egoism and all this weird stuff when I first got in there. It's like levels and stuff. I'm like, whoa, that was not cool. So there's like toxic spirituality too.
Yes, 100%.
And that's why I say to people on here, like, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I don't know the truth, neither do you.
No.
We're all just like feeling it out as we go. Like just having a crack and just...
We all know our own truth. But not
There's the truth. I mean, I don't even know if there is the truth, you know. I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
It's been so much fun. We've only met just recently, but it was like
yesterday.
I get you, you get me. So just if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, like and share with someone. If you're on Spotify, please follow. Remember, the world doesn't need saving, people do. And if we give the people the tools to save themselves, we save the world. And Ben has tools. So go check them out. And see you next time.
Thank you all.
Bye. Why do I walk on the sand at night? It's to clear my mind from all the troubles in my life. Why do I walk on the forest and sunrise to remind my soul there is more to this life? You can know this too. Life is here for you. The sun is shining and the people are smiling and the waves are crashing and the trees are dancing. Oh, it's beautiful to be alive. Oh, it's just beautiful to be alive. And all the birds are singing and the people are swimming and the dogs are barking and the children are laughing. Oh, it's beautiful to be alive. Oh, it's just beautiful to be alive. If you just open your eyes, if you just open your eyes, if you just open your eyes. I am you and you are me. When you know this, you will see that it ain't all
all for nothing. You're in the trees, you're in the sky, you're in the sand. You're in the ocean and the fire and the land. You're in birth and death, you are it all. You can know this too. Life is here for you. The sun is shining and the people are smiling and the waves are crashing and the trees are dancing. Oh, it's beautiful to be alive. Oh, it's just beautiful to be alive. And all the birds are singing and the people are swimming and the dogs are barking and the children are laughing. Oh, it's beautiful to be alive. Oh, it's just beautiful to be alive. If you just open your eyes, if you just open your eyes, if you just open your eyes, if you just open your eyes. I don't know why we're fighting this world, it ain't surviving. You need to live from your truth so we can feel your love and save it all. The sun is shining and the people are smiling and the waves are crashing and the trees are dancing. Oh, it's beautiful to be alive. It's just beautiful to be alive. The birds are singing and the people are swimming and the dogs are barking and the children are laughing. Oh, it's beautiful to be alive. Oh, it's just beautiful to be alive. If you just open your eyes, 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 it's beautiful. Why don't you walk on the sand and I